Bam! Okay guys, it's been a very hot minute since I have used my crappy video equipment, which is my iPad. But I have a lot of uploads going on the other technology that's HD, so I still wanted to get the videos done because time is ticking, y'all. I'll be off in South Africa soon, and then off to Australia and the 30-day challenge. It's a lot, but you know, I'm a hard worker. But I've been having very interesting consultations lately, especially with a woman named Adi. She did one with me, if you guys can see that in my recent videos. She was talking about some of her symptoms of hypothyroidism and also hypoglycemia. Yeah. I want to talk about why some of you guys don't keto adapt, because it's very interesting. Like yesterday, I got an email from a woman, perfect numbers every week, but she still crashes. She still is not sleeping well. So what's going on? On the internet, there's a lot of crap out there. And the reason why people some don't follow me is because I don't tell people what they want to hear. But you know what? The right people will hear me. Keto adapting is not an easy venture. But once you adapt, there is nothing better. Bam! Right? Because that's the business. I haven't shown the business in a while. So funny when people are like, you're so full of yourself. And I'm like, should I not be? I should be very happy to live this life at nearly the tender age of 50 years of age. The busted knee. So I cannot run, jump, lunge, or squat. But I maintain this body through ketogenesis. And of course, a lot of hard work. But you know I'm digressing. Hypoglycemia. You guys need to know the difference between low potassium, low blood pressure, and hypoglycemia. So low blood pressure would be like you feel like you're gonna pass out. That happens, a lot of people don't even know that they have low blood pressure until they do a ketogenic protocol and they drop their carbs, they drop a lot of water, and they drop a lot of electrolytes, and they feel like they have to pass out. You have to maintain your electrolyte balance, people, or it won't work. You have to. That's getting enough potassium, magnesium, sodium, minerals, water. A lot of you guys don't drink water because you're used to drinking. People are like, so I'm like, what do you drink on keto? What do you? And I'm like, water? They're like, oh my God, it's so boring. Okay, if you feel like you're having a headache, you feel like you're gonna pass out, drink some damn water. On these other ketogenic guru crap out there on the noise on the internet, I don't talk about this stuff because this not internet sexy, is it? Passing out because you have low blood pressure, or feeling like you're so hypoglycemic that you're going to also go into a coma. This is why it is so important for you guys to get a glucometer, because if your blood sugar starts getting under 60, now I know you hear like, oh well, when you're keto adapted, your blood sugar can be down to 40. Yes, in theory it can. But a lot of you guys are coming from the school of metabolic damage, so when your glucose gets down under 60, not everyone, but most y'all, you're hypoglycemic. Now some people experience hypoglycemia in the 70s, but more likely it hits about the 60s. That's shaky, hangry, hungry and angry, short, can't think, total brain fog if you don't eat something. Super hungry. Technology's going off. Okay. Thyroid is another one. You guys are having thyroid symptoms. Now, somebody was complaining on my YouTube channel, you say a bunch of stuff, but you don't say, you know, what the solutions are. Yes, I do. Listen. Water, salt, sea salt with potassium, Himalayan salt, right? Somebody's like, oh my God, Himalayan salt from, I think it was from Afghanistan, is toxic. Well, there's other countries that Himalayan salt comes from as well, but I digress. You need to get the magnesium in. You know, some people are so malabsorptive from having leaky gut that the sprays and the oils and the subdermal magnesium is not enough. You might have to go for the capsulized or powdered glycinate, citrate, malate. You might need to. Well, you definitely need magnesium, without a doubt. you feel like you have a headache coming on, put a quarter of a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt into a glass of water, or Celtic salt, Celtic. Drink it. It's a way to get your minerals back in quickly. Also, potassium comes from rich foods are avocados and spinach, primarily. So for those who've got thyroid or histamine intolerance, you may not be able to tolerate those types of foods. So then you rotate them in your diet now. So how's that for some solutions? I'm just saying. If you have a thyroid condition, or if you have reactive hypoglycemia, or if you're just hypoglycemic, please don't intermittent fast. Intermittent fasting is dieting. I'm going to do it in my next video. All these things are going on. You can't, we are not living, we are lit, turned on, turned up all the time. Our adrenals don't get a chance to relax from all this overproduction of cortisol. Believe it or not, living outside is very, very stressful to the body. But looking at your text and having all my social media go off, that's also stressful for staff. It affects my sleep. It keeps my adrenaline high and my cortisol high. This affects the thyroid. If your hair is shedding in periods, then you have to think about malabsorption. You have to think about not sleeping well. You have to think about a blood sugar dysregulation. Not eating enough saturated fat. You heard me. We're made out of fat, protein, and water. We are not made out of strawberries. I'm sorry. So the hypothyroidism, if you have diagnosed hypothyroidism, you got to eat every couple of hours, the same as a hypoglycemic. You got to fat load every 2-3 hours. And if you have a couple bites of protein with that to slow down digestion, tell the hypothalamus pituitary axis that food is coming in, you may not have so much blood sugar crash. Fatty proteins too. No shrimp, no white meats, no. Fatty, pork belly. I said it, pork belly. Yeah, so go get Pastor Pig that doesn't eat its own crap and is sitting there foraging out and eating stuff off the ground and like apples and stuff like that from healthy animals. Pork belly is great. Lard is really great for you histamine intolerance people. So if you have severe histamine intolerance, which I've had 2 people in the last 2 days, eat some lard. People don't do as well on beef tallow that they do on lard. Lard's the one. These histamine intolerant people cannot do butter or ghee or egg whites or avocado or spinach even. It jacks them up. Those gap junctions open, right? In your gut. Big particles of food can now go through those gaps and your body begins to attack itself. You start to develop food sensitivities that you didn't have before. Or you're bloated, or you have loose stool, or constipated, or you're rotating loose stool constipation. Right? Constipation can be from candida, thyroid, stress, when you first do keto and you drop so much water that your bowels lock up. These are things you gotta, these are the reasons why, these are the symptoms that people have when they're not adapting, and I've told you guys how to fix them. Drink more water. Eat more fat. You're not eating enough fat. You're dropping water. You're not having enough fat. There's not enough lubrication in the pipes. If you've got dry eyes, think about primrose oil. Hypoglycemics have to eat every couple of hours, and so do thyroid sufferers. Watch for the nightshades, and please cook your cruciferous vegetables. This is how you adapt. Be smart, guys. Understand histamine, foods high in histamine. Fish, lemon, if you have histamine intolerance, if you know you have leaky gut. Fish, lemon, cinnamon, spinach, avocado, red meat, meats that are processed like salami, bacon, foods that grow a lot of bacteria on them. So don't eat them, that's the solution. Or rotate them in and out of your diet. Don't just go for the fermented foods and the sauerkraut and the apple cider vinegar if you know you have super bad candida. This is the stuff that on the internet people don't talk about. They're just like, oh my God, I lost 30 pounds, right? I lost 30 pounds in 30 days. Don't I look fabulous my before and after? But are you healthy? Yeah? How's your thyroid? How's your gut? Oh, and dairy. Duh. Yeah, dairy, eggs. Histamine issues. These are the stuff you guys gotta know. So you guys, as I leave this video, and I still got a lot of energy, I'm so excited. I'm going to South Africa this month. I almost said next month. This month, it's coming soon. Yes, doing a keto tour because they're very much into the Bantam community. So I'm going to speak to some people. I come back and then I leave again off to Australia for a month to do 4 cities. Melbourne, Sydney, Perth. No, it's Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and Perth. Or Melbourne. Like West Coast are like Melbourne. The other way people say Melbourne. Whatevers. I'm going to Australia. I'm freaking jacked, excited. I get a lot of amazing people contacting me for consultations from Australia. Also, I have my 30-day challenge. This is the thing I'm so pumped about it because I can do shorter videos. I can show you guys how to cook. I can show you guys how to shop, read labels, understand your thyroid and your histamine intolerance, like what foods, how to prepare those foods if you have any of those metabolic issues, why your blood sugar is up here, how to lower it, sleep, hygiene, exercise, what kind, what to do, how, when, where, why, 30 days of emailed content. You guys can officially join the 7th. It might be sooner, but the actual challenge itself will start on the 15th, but the joining process can be anywhere from now to the 7th. This will give you guys enough time that if you join, it's $30 for 30 days, and this is what I gotta do. So I can hire people to film me instead of using my friggin' iPad. That's the way it goes. You gotta evolve. And I wanna just spread the word to keto and the correct, non-bullshit version that this is not easy. And a lot of you guys have food sensitivities because your liver and your kidneys and your gut are junked up and potentially gallbladder, and you could be estrogen dominant. These things matter when you keto adapt, people. What this noise on the internet? This before and after crap, and eat cheese and eat as much protein as you want and don't eat too much fat because you won't lose weight. You're gonna lose weight anyway, you're not adapted. People walk away with more thyroid issues, health issues, because they're doing keto the wrong way. There are some people who follow me because they're like, oh no, I tried and I'm ready now. And there's some people who are like, she's just not fun. No, but I am fun. Because I'm going to show you guys on 30-day challenge how to make your food taste fantabulous. All right, guys. If you want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com. You can still pre-register your email at stephanieperson.com. You can go to Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page. Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram. Steph the Business on my Periscopes. I haven't done one in a minute. I need to do one. And I'm out. Remember, going to South Africa very soon. That's a long-ass flight. And then to Australia. So be looking out for my announcements about my tour in Australia to talk to you guys and bring it, not just keto, not just paleo, but paleo into keto. Peace.